All right.
All right. So for me, to put a bow on this thing, man, I just have a great appreciation for everything Outkast brought to the table, what they've done as a collective, individually. I mean, you can't mention Outkast without organized noise and the Dungeons family as a whole. I think collectively, man, we've never seen anything like it before, and we've probably never seen anything like it again in hip hop. So I mean, to me, man, I'm always going to be thankful that I came along at this time, was able to see and witness and appreciate it.
Well, for me, just the appreciation of good music. You know what I'm saying? Not just making music just for the opportunity to just have music out there, but the appreciation to have good music, man. And that's one of the things these two brothers have gave us for the last 24, 25 years. I think, matter of fact, this is the 25th anniversary of Southern Playalistic coming out. They have given us something that we did not realize at the time. It was like, okay, all right, it's something new. But what they've given us has been so instrumental and so impactful. Again, music is supposed to be able to move you and make you think and make you, in some ways, change your view of the world. And they have done that from day one. It's been a privilege to hear these brothers, and I'll be the first one to say they birthed a movement. They cannot be denied for what they are. I put them as the greatest rap group of all time. Now, I know that's encompassing just because they're a duo, but we look at Run DMC was the foundation. Outkast is the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can sprinkle in NWA, you can sprinkle in Wu-Tang, but at the same time, they just filling up the house. The house is built on Outkast. Everybody has to try to emulate Outkast. If you can't spit like them two, there's no need. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's out right now and doing stuff, it's one of those things where you have to sit there and you really, really have to wonder, where is rap going after this? Don't know. I think we in good hands. I don't think we'll never have another group like this, but no. From a singularity standpoint, we have two of the finest MCs going right now with J. Cole and Kendrick. I don't think we're ever going to get another rap group that's going to challenge Outkast.
No, not with influence and what they brought to the table. I don't think so either. I think you can study. I mean, they're one of a kind. It broke the mold. I mean, it's not gonna be, like you said, it's not gonna be in another one after them. So
no. And I'm the better for it. And what I do is encourage all our listeners. I'm one. I listen to it on multiple platforms. I got all the streaming apps. But I still, when I'm in the car, I don't even use the streaming apps. I still throw the CD in, because I still like that. I still like that clearness, you know what I'm saying, from back in the day, make you feel like something, man. Especially this time of year. You late at night, if you want to ride out, let your windows down, let it bump a little bit. It's something about that, man. Other people around the country might not understand it like that, but when you from the South, that's how we we dealt with stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, you wind all your windows down and you got the music playing and you just ride. You know,
Yeah,
that gets you in a different space. You know, and
it does. It does.
you can't get that with earplugs in. I put it like that. You can't get that same
Right.
feeling, man. They ain't nothing like that. And I tell anybody, when I'm riding, if I'm taking a long drive somewhere or I'm traveling, my first 4 CDs is Cash. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I'm going for. Cash got to be played if I'm traveling. That is my travel music. You know, it what relaxes me, what keeps me focused. You know, even when I'm here doing yard work, you know, and I'm actually streaming, you know, I'm streaming Cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like that. And the thing is, I put my daughter on it, and you know, she's like, I appreciate the fact that she comes to me with questions, you know, because of the fact she listens at what they say. And you're like, you know, well, where he was coming from with this and where he was coming from with that. And I'm like, you know, you got to understand, you know, it's different now than where it was when we were coming along. So where he was speaking from like that, you know, this is why he spoke like that. And she loves, and she a hip hop head. And I got to give it to her. She don't like none of the stuff now. She old school hip hop. You know, she want to hear Pop and Biggie, Cass, you know, Wu-Tang. She wants to hear that. You know, she agrees with me with how Moni Love ate up Queen Latifah on Ladies First, but you know, that's a story for another day, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just the point of you know, it's about the culture and it's about what we do, you know what I'm saying? And one of the things I appreciate the thing about Cass is because of the fact, like I said earlier in the podcast, it's me and you. It's two fellas, good friends, can relate to whatever comes up because it's about the love of what we do. You know, and you know, I'll be honest, you know, I've been out with this illness or whatever and everything, you know, I miss this because this has been therapeutic for me tonight. I don't know about you, but it's been a blessing for me because you know it has been, you know, tried and true and been a lot. I'm at a point right now where I'm ready. You know, let's get this back going the way we need it to go, and you know, it's almost, you know what time it almost is. So you know, and especially with you since you know you took the little championship last year, you know, it's starting to bother me because, you know, I'm the commissioner of this thing and I ain't won yet. So, you know,
you got to call it like I did.
I'm just gonna say it like this. I told my wife the other day, I said, you know, I'm mad about this, you know, because I sit here, you know, I'm sitting here at the computer and her trophy right here, you know, to the left of me, and that gets on my nerves, man.
Hey, I mean, I called Cowboys record. I called everything last year.
You know, I'm ready to get into it, man. You know, like I say, it's therapeutic for everybody that listens to us. You know, I hope, you know, y'all get something from it. I know we jump around a lot of stuff, but you know, we talk just like we would talk if we was out with the fellas or we was at the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? We just, you know, some days we gonna have language, some days we ain't. So, you know, that's just the way it is.
That's it. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, just communicating, talking. And I think, you know, we've gotten to a point, we're in an age where, you know, a lot of text and all that stuff goes on. And the art of communication is real.
People don't realize how much talking to somebody actually helps you. I think cell phones and everything is good. And I mean, I'm saying this and me and you sitting here, we over the computer. You in Georgia and I'm in South Carolina. But the thing is, we still having a conversation, you know what I'm saying? And everybody It's people that stay right beside each other. I've seen kids sit beside each other and texting each other, and I'm like, why y'all just don't talk to each other? You know, but then you don't get the type bonds. You got to go through some stuff with some people. I put it like that. To have the type bonds that we have. That's why we can do the stuff that we do. That's why we can talk about the stuff that we talk about. We done been there, we done seen it all, we done it all. When we start, you know, I hate to sound like an old head, but when we say something now, you know, we know what we talking about because we didn't live it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it was when we was younger and listen at our parents and our uncles and stuff, and you know, be like, man, y'all ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying?
We lived it and we survived it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because I mean, you know, it's a many days. You know, it's a many days. We shouldn't have been here. You know, I tell anybody that because of the stuff that we did. It's only by the grace of God. Because you ain't gonna sit here and tell me it was anything else that got us through. Because you know, we got stories to tell, and we won't tell them on this show, but we got stories to tell that we laugh and we joke with the fellas about, because you know, we know, you know, there ain't no way sometimes, man. There ain't no way.
That's it.
It's just, again, it's what it is. You know, I'm coming up, you know, in 6 months, you know, Lord willing, you know, big 5-0. You know, that by itself is a blessing. Especially since I know the stuff I didn't do. So I mean,
but I mean, in the world we live in, man, that's, you know, a lot of people don't get to see that.
A lot of people I grew up with, man, ain't him. I just put it like that, you know. And I always, you know, again, thank you to the folks that got us to 3,000 downloads. I'm gonna tell you what, Kelsey, I don't know how this one gonna do. But that female 90s R&B group, man, we gonna have to go back and redo that, because that bad boy is still, obviously we must have showed out on that show. That still get downloads, man, and I'm talking about multiple downloads on the weekly. That obviously everybody liked that content that we did. But again, to get to 3,000, even with the gaps that we didn't have, I mean, we only been doing this for basically a year and a half. You know, couldn't be no She Good Peoples without you, Coop. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you hanging on with me while I've been going through all this here. And always dedicated to my boy Kelly, because he was supposed to be part of this. Haiti ain't, you know, every day missing like it ain't nobody business. That would have been another fool on this here. We probably would have been like Stephen A and them if he would have been on here, because we would have really been in some stuff. But again, we still got some folks we got to bring on. We still got to get Tough, and still got to get Skeet, and still got to get OG Callaway. That by itself is going to be worth money, because that is totally something wrong with him, man. I'm just going to go on and say it like that. There's something wrong with him.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so to put a bow on this, you know, Cass is the greatest. And again, I'm thankful that I'm able to do this. I'm glad I ain't feeling great, but I'm glad I'm feeling good enough to do this here, because I needed this, and this was definitely necessary.
That's it. We're gonna keep it going. We're definitely gonna keep it going.
All right, bro. Well, let's look at trying to do this in a couple of weeks. And
okay.
We got another list of stuff that we'll be going through. Get that stuff out of the way, because come probably, I would say, mid-August, be ready for the NFL preview. Let the trash talking begin. I did put this, I'll go on and put this out here right now. You know, right now they talking about we ain't gonna have a winning record. And I'm just sitting there looking at them and I'm like, you do remember my coach is Mike Tomlin, right?
Yeah.
I made the playoffs last year, ain't had no business making the playoffs.
That is true.
But you gonna say we ain't gonna make the playoffs. I ain't worried about making the playoffs. You gonna say we got a losing record this year just because Ben ain't playing. I'm like, Bo, come on now.
We'll see. We shall see.
Come on now. Come on, man. That's the most ridiculous. That has been the most ridiculous take I have heard, you know, other than this LeBron and Michael Jordan GOAT don't get me started. That's all I'm.
That's a conversation for another.
You already know. If you get me started on this here, I'm you know good well I ain't starting this with no LeBron. But anyway, you know, we good, man. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be back. Glad to see you, bro. Say hello to the fam. Tell them everybody's doing good. Y'all enjoy yourself, and we'll see everybody in a couple of weeks.
Next time.
Hey, that's real life, dog. That's real life.
That's it.
That's what that is. All right. Hey, we're gonna have to get Polo on here, man, because look, I played them 3 songs, and everybody was like, man, who made this?
Oh, yeah.